Scottie Thompson. Coach, TNT controlled the pace of the game for the most part, but how were you able to turn things around down the stretch?
Well, I mean, you look at the game and you look at the start of the game, you look at, there's no Rondé, there's no Jason Castro, Mikey Williams is nowhere to be found. I mean, it looked like the game was supposed to be easy for us, but Coach Jolas came out and just played a hell of a, coached a hell of a game out there. Rotated guys, got guys out there that were making shots, and it was a grind. It was a real grind for us, and except for, Scottie taking over down the stretch and making a couple of big shots, the game was basically a toss-up, and you got to give Jolas a lot of credit for that. It was a really well-coached game. And but that was good for us. We need to continue to grind, learn how to grind games out. Because this is basically playoff basketball. We're coming to the end of the eliminations, and all the games are so important. We're just trying to stay alive in the race for four. So every win is crucial for us. So this was a huge game for us. I wish we had played a little better. But you got to credit, we didn't have a good shooting night. You got to credit their defense and their game plan for how we struggled. So, but it was like I said, it was a game we needed to win it, and we needed to play like this to prepare ourselves for the playoff grind later on.
Coach, you mentioned about the NBC defense. They limited you guys in terms of offense, specifically 3 of 17 from the 3-point line. But what can you say about the NBC's defensive effort and overall effort, and just how you were able to overcome that?
Well, they kept changing up things on us and kept, keeping us from our, from a rhythm in our offense. But we started off the game missing shots, and it just kind of mushroomed and continued all the way through. We weren't taking bad shots. They just were not going in today, and that happens. But luckily, led by Scottie, we didn't stop playing our own defense, and that was really key. When your offense struggles, you have to rely on your defense, and that's something that we're well versed in and know how to do that, and that's why I think we were able to stay in this basketball game despite our poor shooting, and still find a way to win.
Thank you, Coach. Scottie, big performance for you. Kanina nakita natin yung shot yung dalawang crucial na 3-point field goals. Tapos tinuro mo yung asawa mo. So, gusto lang din namin malaman, what was your inspiration lalo na yung Christmas game natin?
First of all, glory to God sa panalong ito, and big shout out sa wife ko and sa anak ko para sa kanila talaga yung game ngayong Christmas Day, kasi yung wife ko, siya talaga nag-alaga sa akin throughout sa preparation ko, and maganda yung naging defense namin down the stretch, but luckily I made the shot, so yun lang.
Scottie, nakita ko rin sa Instagram post mo, you're sporting your SE2 shoes, Christmas edition. Isa ba yan sa mga naging keys ng great performance mo ngayong Christmas Day?
Siguro, isa yun.
Now we open the floor to our friends from the press.
Coach, can you talk about the defense of Scottie on Calvin in the late in the fourth?
Yeah, he actually asked for him. And they're best buddies from the Gilas team, and they're roommates from the Gilas team, and they're really, really tight. So he was getting loose, and during I think timeout with about 7 minutes to go.
Less than 5 minutes.
Maybe 5 minutes to go. You said, let me have him. Let me have Calvin. And so we switched him over to Calvin. So obviously it was a great coaching move by Scottie to do that, and he took the challenge down the stretch, and Calvin was our target all the way through. He's having a tremendous all-star MVP-like conference right now, and So he was really our target. Once Jason was off, we knew Jason wasn't going to play, and we knew Rondé wasn't going to play. We could put our full attention onto Calvin, and Calvin still found ways to get free and get open. So a lot of credit to him. He really works hard in the game, and that's what you really appreciate.
Yun nga, down the stretch, gusto ko lang maging close kami ni Calvin pa rin sa laro. And big shoutout din kasi tinanong ako ni Boss Al kung kaya ko ba bantayan si Calvin. So, nabigyan ako ng confidence na bantayan si Calvin down the stretch.
What should you talk about the race for the top 4? You're still on the bubble because you're Tigers and we're
Yeah, we're definitely on the bubble. We need things to happen for us. We know that. Those things are out of our control. The only thing we can control right now is just continuing to put up W's and trying to figure out how, and then when it's all over with, we, let the cards fall where they may. But we definitely need help, and so we'll keep our eye on the other games and on the standings. But the bottom line is you got to control what we can control, which is making sure we come out. We play Northport when we come back from break, and NLEX. So 2 teams that are fighting for their own lives in the playoffs. So it's going to be tough games.
Scott, follow up again this question kanina kasi pagpasok mo dito sa post-game conference. Unang-unang sinabi, masakit na ulo mo kasi, natamaan ka ni Calvin kanina. So, other than your competition with Calvin, yung physicality para ma-handle, especially since yun nakasama na kayo sa Gilas at alam mo na yung laro niya.
Yun nga, nakilala namin yung isa't isa sa Gilas, but we both want to win para sa team namin. Of course, pag magkasama kami, gusto rin manalo. So, yun lang, talagang ginawa namin yung best namin para sa mother team namin. And after naman, magkaibigan pa rin kami. Yun nga, sa last shot niya, nabagsakan na yung ulo ko sa siko niya. It's a friendly competition.
My feeling is if you put Scottie, if you went to the park, you go to the court in the park and you put Scottie and Calvin, make them play one-on-one, they're both going to go at each other to win, even though they're best friends. So it's a sense of competition that goes on. It's in a bigger stage here because you have teammates and the whole thing. But if they went out in the park, they wouldn't give each other any edge. They'd be trash talking, they'd be going at it, they'd be hitting, bumping each other. You can guarantee that. So that's how I see it. When I see that people say, oh, they're friends, or they're teammates on the national team, and they might give each other maybe a little bit of back off. No, it won't happen. Not these guys, not at this level. They don't get this good and get this high of a level by being nice guys to other team players. They're going to go at each other.
Thank you.
That's it for
Okay,
the
let's go.
press conference. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations and Merry Christmas.